Well, hey YouTube, petey twofinger here. This is something different. I'm here with Gustafsson. The Gutcha is here. Gutty. Gusty is here, and we're both hungry. We're actually like emaciated. Say hi, Gusty. So yeah, I'm here with Gustin, Skunko the Poop Man, and we're going to be doing a food review. This is my first food review. If you're not familiar with my channel, I talk a lot. So if you're looking for like a real quick, like, it's good, that type of review, like if you watch stuff on a phone, you might want to find, like, go over there, find something else, because so you have family eats. Yeah. So yeah, hi, how are you guys? I'm doing all right. I gotta go see my mom on Sunday. She's not doing well. I'm gonna do a food review. He's pissed. I'm gonna do a food review here. I can tell you that these Temptations are not very good. I have tried them. Me and my daughter both ate one time to see. They're exactly about what you would think they taste like. They're very plain. I thought it would be like, wow, like that tastes like, you know, like chicken broth, or like they would put flavor in it, because he goes nuts for these things. He literally, you know, good boy. Hey, Gusty, want to tweet? See what I mean? He knows. Oftentimes we'll be, like the other night, it was like 2 in the morning, probably like 3:30. And my wife was up. We were watching this. There's a new show about Star Wars. And they said they came out with the new trailer and people were upset. Some racist thing. I don't know what that was about. But what the commentator had said was 17,000 tweets an hour. And he repeated that. 17,000 tweets an hour. And we heard, we don't say treats, we say tweets. We do like baby talk with Gusty. And he heard that. He was in the other room, sleeping on a bunk bed, and he heard that, and we heard, ba-doom. He jumped out. And we're both looking over there, and sure enough, he came sauntering around the corner with his tail up, doing that. 17,000 tweets an hour. So today, we are going to be doing Campbells. I'm trying all kinds of different things. I haven't been really doing DIY. I've got a lot of DIY stuff to do, so stay tuned and be patient with me. But today we're doing, this is Campbell's chunky Jammin jerk chicken, man. Yeah, we get with the rice and beans, man. Yeah, we be jamming with the jerk. So I don't know if I should get some of the secret herb and a little raga going here for the Jammin jerk chicken. But yeah, I got this. We'll take a look. I don't want to dig in right away. I've microwaved this over and over and over again and ready for this video. I had a problem with the camera, so eventually iron that out. Now taking a look, this is from Amazon. Campbell's Chunky Jammin Jerk Chicken with rice and bean soup. It's $30 for a 12-pack of 18.8 ounce cans. Now this is a little different. This is in the quick pack, and I will say I really did like that. Just whenever they have a soup with a pull lid on it, that's like an immediate like plus for me. You don't have to get the can opener out. You don't have to use the electric. And let's face it, if you're eating soup, you're probably hungover. And who wants to hear that? Or press, especially if you got one of those old style where it digs into the can opener, where it's got like a rod and it digs into your palm when you so yeah, nothing fun about having to open that up. There is 31 flavors of the Campbell's Chunky Style soup that eats like a meal. Now, this is made with hearty meat, hearty vegetables and hearty spices. It's a good source of vitamin A, protein, low fat, and cholesterol. Easy open pull tab, product of the USA. That's USA. Now, when you're hungry, you need Chunky, the soup that eats like a meal. Chunky soup is on a mission to fill you up without weighing you down. Choose from over 30 flavors filled with big pieces of meat and vegetables. Chunky soup is the easy, delicious way to fill your NFL-sized hunger. And I'll tell you what, when I think of the National Football League, is that what that stands for? I get hungry. I'm hungry for some football. All my hungry friends are coming over tonight. Campbell's Chunky, it fills you up right. There is no shortage of slogans. I'm wondering what the meat to slogan ratio is going to be. Like, is there more slogans than there is actual pieces of meat? I did see one of the meats when I was stirring this, and it's big. It's a big chunk, like a square, like a cube, if you will, of chicken. Now it says, Campbell's Chunky Health Request. Chunky Health Request. Yeah, I got a request for you. Could you make that healthy, but keep it chunky? Campbell's Chunky Health Request soups are certified heart healthy by the American Heart Association, so you can enjoy the bold, hearty flavor of chunky soups with less sodium than our regular varieties, which I'm not really at that stage in my life yet where I'm concerned about eating right. I'm at that stage where I'm like at the bottom end of eliminating my bad habits. Like, I don't take acid like every other day now, but I vape. You know, I got rid of the cigarettes earlier this year. At this point, I still eat a lot of French fries. That's like my favorite side dish. So we have a deep fryer here, and the grease rarely congeals. It never sits long enough to really take it up. So Campbell's Chunky microwavable soups let you take your favorite variety to work, school, or anywhere you are on the go. And I'll tell you, this was really convenient. Chunky chili varieties give you hearty goodness with every spoonful, as opposed to the soup, which I suppose that's 1 in every 18 spoonfuls you'll get the chunk of meat. Now, enjoy chunky soup in a bowl or mix things up. Choose from over 20 recipes. So here's a recipe for dip, where you use the soup, corn chowder, and a package of pasteurized prepared cheese product. That's a big word. Diced, and a 1/4 cup of chopped fresh cilantro leaves. Optional, and you bet those are optional because they ain't going in any recipe that's being made in my house. I don't like cilantro. This goes back to this time when I was in this band with this drummer who was Mexican, and he used to cook for us. And he made this like pico de gallo, and he was like, "Hey dog, we're gonna have some of this con queso, like what was it? It was like chimichanga, like some kind of thing. Pico con queso. I don't know. I forget what it was, but it was like, I went to this taco place. I had like $2, and so I scraped the change out of the car. And I went in there, and they were all looking at me. They were all like, "Chingadas, piñata," like, you know, Veracone, and they're all laughing at me and high-fiving and making hand signals and shit at me. And I'm like, man, I know if I go in there and go, you know, steak taco, flour shell, cheese only, like the typical güero, white guy, when he orders, like, they're really gonna chintz me on the meat. You know, they're gonna go,
flour shell, cheese only, okay, we got ya.
You know, 1 piece of meat in the taco. And I was hungry. I was probably hungover. Usually if I went to a place like that and the sun was out, you know what I mean, I probably was in pretty bad shape. So I looked at the menu and I'm like, what would Marty order? You know, this drummer. And it was like, you know, chingadas, like quinquiso or something. And I was like, give me quinquito. Like Don Quixote did and everything with the accent. And they brought this thing out. They were like,
really?
And I'm like, yep, you got it. And they were like,
sit down, please. We'll bring it when it's done.
So I sat down. They bring this thing out, and it's like chopped up pork knuckles, It's like pink and gray, little tiny cubes of meat, marbled with knuckle. Like really, it's more knuckle and bone than it is meat. And on top of that was
cilantro.
They threw like 3 handfuls of cilantro on there. And then giant raw sour onions. And I was no cheese, nothing. That was it. And this was so unbelievably disgusting. It had so much cilantro in it, my eyes were watering, and then with the onions. And I had to eat it. I mean, I was in trouble. Like, I thought I was going to have a heart attack from this hangover. It was like one of those hangovers where you feel like you're underwater. Like, you know, like really, really, really hating life. And the only thing that'll maybe make it better is like some food and then maybe take a nap. You know, so I had to eat. And I had to choke this thing down. I wish I could remember what it. If anyone knows what a pork taco with cilantro and onion only is called, let me know so I don't accidentally, like, you know, pull that again, because it was unbelievably bad. Well, here we are, YouTube, the moment of reckoning. I'm going to go ahead and pop the lid on this. Now, I did microwave it and re-microwave it and re-microwave it. At some point, I thought maybe that wouldn't be the smartest idea. So I did pour it into a bowl and then pour it back in here for effect. I just didn't think it was good to be microwaving the container so many times. So without further ado, I'm taking a look here. Looks like black beans. There is chunks of potato. There's a piece of chicken. Rice, carrots. Is that a red bean? Yeah, there's red bean. So it's a lot of variety, and it's got a very spicy aroma. I don't know if you've ever tried jerk. I looked it up. I looked up the jerk recipe, and it's basically, crazy enough, I thought there would be tamarind in it, or some sort of an unusual spice that maybe would be, you know, more specific to Jamaica. Looking here at like food.com maybe, yeah. Thyme, rosemary, allspice, ginger, sea salt, onion powder, black pepper, ground cinnamon, nutmeg, garlic powder, paprika, Scotch bonnet peppers, 12 bay leaves finely crumbled, sugar, chicken, lime juice, and olive oil. So basically, to me, it sounds like, you know, all of the spices except for sage, which, thank goodness, I got a thing about sage. I do not. So yeah, perfect for work, delicious and ready in less than 3 minutes. Pull the metal lid off like a can of peanuts or mixed nuts. Put the red lid back on, 1 minute and 45 seconds, let it sit for a minute. I actually did stir mine a little bit, but let's go ahead and dig in. It's very good. It's very hearty, it's a very pleasant flavor. Why don't you go ahead and try something? Now my wife does not care for spicy food. Well, I should phrase that, but she doesn't care for hot, you know, spicy hot food. So what do you think? Okay. If you like it's strong. It's not bad. If you know what? It reminds me of gumbo. If you've ever had a chicken gumbo soup, it's like that. It's just a little amped up. Now, a lot of times with food, I'll associate it with a color, like the flavor. I would say this would be like black, or like a dark maroon, purplish. Now here's one of the pieces of chicken. As you can see, it's huge. It's ridiculously large. So they're not messing around with the chicken. Looks like there's about 8 to 10 pieces of chicken like that. This is really good now. I did a little snooping, and I'm just eating the whole video after talking for 15 minutes. Online, the reviews, people were just raving about it. There was some low reviews, single star, stuff like that. I'm guessing these folks were just, what were you thinking? You don't like anything spicy. You like total, mashed potatoes and then gravy is as crazy as you get. And you bought the Jammin, what is it called? Jammin Jerkin with rice and beans. Hi, petey. I'm like, all of the accents are kind of coming into play. Now it's hit me. It is a little bit hot, but it's not that light. I read the ingredients. It does have jalapeno pepper. That's where they're getting the heat from, not the Scotch bonnets. Now I did read, like I said, on the Amazon reviews, some people were saying that they have tried all of the Campbells chunkies and that this is their favorite. Someone mentioned the Italian wedding soup being good. Now, I've never tried Italian wedding soup. That's something I definitely want to check out. I'll tell you what, I don't eat a lot of it, but I love soup. Especially if you've been drinking. If you're at the end of the night, or really for me the next day. My hangover food would be like a gyro or a gyro. That's good. I've had a couple hangovers where I couldn't get that out of my mind, and I went and had that, and boy, you regret it. You really do, but it's good. There's nothing. That's like speedball. It's that good. But just soup with some bread and butter, something like that. Crackers with a lot of butter on them. That's good eating. Even a cream of celery, something simple. So I'm big on soup now. This is a name brand. It's Campbell's, which is, it's a little bit more pricey. And then something like this serving size, where it's in a Go container with a pop lid. You pay for that. Let's face it. Typically, I get the more budget stuff. We buy most of our soups from Aldi's, and that really limits what I purchase now. Aldi's has some chunky style soups in a can. To be honest, I'm not that hot on it. Their chicken noodle with the curly noodles is excellent. That's really good. I'll stretch that out into a twofer, so it's it's like $1.39 a can maybe. But I do really enjoy that. So this is something I'm gonna probably do this again. Maybe get some of that Italian wedding and try that out. But I do have to say, this was marked down. It was on the reduced bracket Jewel for 88 cents. $8.18 is all you pay. When I was splicing cable with a group of guys and the boss, we were standing on a very busy intersection across this street. And it was real dusty. We've all got our hard hats on and everything full of gear. And I looked down, something looks like a check. So I picked it up. I thought about it for a while because I'm like with the boss, and he was like the cool man boss. Like, my brother used to go and score him cocaine twice a week, like on the clock, like, making him run, be gone for a couple hours. He was like the cool man boss, I didn't really want to be like bending over, picking something up off, like scratching off lotto tickets while I'm on the clock, but I did. I picked this thing up, and here it's a $50 gift certificate for a Greek family-style restaurant. I don't know if you're familiar with this type of place, but they have the best food. Typically, it's not real expensive. It's affordable food as far as restaurants go, but man, is it good! And they give you the great service. You get salad and soup with rolls, butter. There'll be the main dish with some kind of vegetable and a potato, and then they'll even bring out dessert, typically free refills on Cokes. And the food is just out of this world. They normally don't really have anything Greek. They might have gyros or Grecian style chicken, which is absolutely delicious, lemon pepper spice broiled or oven roasted chicken. It's just fantastic. It's like the way that they prepare it, the skin is like almost like stringy, and it like sticks to the roof of your mouth, but it's so greasy, and that lemon pepper helps cut through that grease. Kind of like Dawn dishwashing liquid. Now, I find this $50 gift certificate, and not only did it have boot prints on it, but it had been run over, and it was like perforated, like there was actually little holes in it. So I was like, man, but it was still good. It was dated, and it like had a signature. It was like, I think it even had like a seal on it. Like it was nice. Like whatever happened, some like tomaine or somebody fell through a plate glass window because they didn't, salt the ice or something. I have no idea why they would give out this really nice, like professional looking check. 50, like something bad had to happen to that gyro. Anyway, I got this thing, so I'm like, there's no way this is gonna work out. So I come home, show my wife, look it up, get the phone number, call the place. Yeah, how late are you open? Till 11. So we went up there. I remember taking a shower, shaving. I put on, I was like filthy. This was like, I was climbing telephone poles with a ladder. It was a dirty job. So I like shaved, and I put on a suit and tie. Donna dressed up, and we had the kids dress up, nice dress for the little girl and everything. We go down to this place, go in there, and they had like, I remember there was a line, there was a couple people in front of us. They had a glass case full of cakes and pies, just like pistachio cake, Bavarian cream, like all of this Black Forest, everything, just like unbelievable, spinning around with the, like laser lights shooting out at these cakes and fog machine in there and everything. It was unbelievable. And at the time I was working, so I could afford it. So everyone's like, should we get a water? I'm like, no, Coke's all the way around. Like, get a coffee too, and milk. And then it was like super salad. It was like soup and salad. And then they came around for dessert, and the girls got to trace up to the Cake-O-Rama and pick out all their sweet assortment. I mean, everything. And like the owner was coming out. He was like a short, stout, chubby little Greek guy with a suit, like a bad kind of plaid thing. He kept coming out like, how is everything? Such beautiful ladies. How's the food? Can I get you more shrimp? Would you like some sauce? Like, yeah, you're good. And pat me on the back and everything. And then it came time to pay. And I was like, I need a smoke. I think I was drinking beer. I had beers and a Coke. And so I went outside and I gave that gift certificate to my wife, and I said, try to see. I'm like, if I go up there with this thing, because it had boot prints on it. And I mean, like, I'm not really like a white knight kind of guy. If anybody says anything about my wife, I go nuts. Like, I do have that protective thing. But there's certain things that I'm like, you know what? You handle this. Like, if I go up there, I'm all fat and pasty and white. And like, like people hate middle-aged. People hate white dudes now. It's like the most uncool thing to be in certain social situations. So I chickened out. I sent her up there, and he rang it all up, and then she handed that thing. And we were prepared to pay cash if it didn't work out. Like, you know what? We never go out to eat, But at that point, I was starting to regret all like the double dipping in the salads and all of the treats and everything else that went with it. And I guess what happened was it ended up being $58.18. And this thing with the footprints and the tire tracks on it, it looked like a Best Sport 2000 check. She gave it to him, and he said that he looked at it and added it all up, and he said, $8.18 is all you pay. So that's like a thing between my wife and I. Oftentimes you'll see that number, you look at the clock, and it'll say 8:18. There's a lot of 8:18, so we often say that. That's like one of our inside jokes is 8:18 is all you pay. Which goes back, if you watched my my vape video about the Scouts Don't Pay. Another one, we went to Cantini Farm, which is a World War II tank museum kind of place. And I, just for the heck of it, I had purchased a Boy Scout shirt, like a double extra large, like Scoutmaster And I put that on just because we were going to this place, and it's really like the only thing that I have that looks kind of like military. You know, it's got patches on it and stuff. I didn't think, I wasn't like thinking, you know, like trying to get in free. But we pulled up there, and the guy, I rolled down the window and I had 20 in my hand to pay for parking, and he goes, "Oh, Scouts never pay. Scouts don't pay." Like, wave me through. So, $8.18 is all you pay. But Scouts, what was it? Scouts pass for free? What did he say? Do you remember? Yeah.
Yeah, but it does say retired cup. I never noticed it.
Retired Cup Master. So, thank you very much for joining me with the Campbell's Chunky Jammin Jamaican Jerk Chicken with the rice and the beans, matey. Aye. The look of the Irish be with you when you're jamming down on the jerk. That is really good. And like I said, if you go for, if you like gumbo, if you've ever had Campbell's chicken gumbo, this is basically the same thing. Just a little kicked up, a little bit more spicy, a little bit more hot, but not much. A lot of meat, excellent packaging and preparation. I would have to give this, I'd give it a 10 out of a 10. Not really figuring in any negative points for the price, because it's expensive. But like I said, $8.18 is all you pay. Yeah, pretty fun. So let me know if you made it through this whole thing, if you enjoyed it, if you think I should do another one. Maybe at some point I may end up doing another review. So thank you very much for joining me. Check out the Jammin Jerk, and peace. Keep on jamming. So good, oh good, oh good, oh good, oh good, oh good.